So this is going to be a little bit different than some of the other Skyrim videos I've made. As some of you do know, basically Skyrim mod authors have gotten beta access to Skyrim Remastered on PC. This means they've started to post mods onto Bethesda.net, and thus we're able to see a lot of those mods and kind of get a good idea of what we could actually get when the game comes out for Xbox One and PC and technically PS4 in a couple of weeks. So today I picked 4 of those mods. There's a few more than this, but I feel like these were the 4 best ones on there right now. I had to compile them into this little list to make a video about them, and these are mods that are already out, so you're going to guarantee have these on day 1 of Skyrim. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we have Shezrie's Old Hroldan town. So basically in Skyrim right now, there is this little location called Old Holdren. What this mod author has done is kind of overhauled that and turned it into its own town with NPCs, buildings, quests, and underground, etc, etc. Although something was there prior, it basically made this into a notable location. Before, it was just a little shack that you could walk past and kind of ignore and forget about very quickly. But now there's a few quests there, a lot of voiced NPCs with tons of lines of dialogue, as well as a bunch of different shops. So you have a clothes store, general store, alchemy store, and there's a bunch of others. I'm not going to list all of them. 26 buildings in total, and all around it's a very cool mod. Definitely one to be excited for, and just a little quality of life mod for the game, kind of adding more content without changing too much. So next up we have Marco's integrated level list. This is actually a really cool mod, and if you're kind of curious as to what this does explicitly, there is a very detailed post on Nexus, which I do have linked in the description, and it'll tell you exactly what this changes in your game, but you want a summed up version. So more or less what this mod does is add in a lot of different content from Skyrim and its 2 major DLC, Dawnguard and Dragonborn, into the regular game. So you're not going to have to go to those DLC areas in order to experience some of the new content. Now as you're just traveling through regular old Skyrim, you'll see some new enemies spawning with new weapons or different weapons that were added separately. On top of that, it actually just changes the way some of the enemies work. They're going to spawn with different kinds of armors based on their class, different weapons based on what kind of level they are. So the result of this is a much more diverse Skyrim. It's definitely refreshing playing through the game and actually having some kind of different foes. Although the NPCs are the same, they're carrying different weapons. There's also some other miscellaneous changes, like a lot of enemies will now spawn with potions, so a lot of people did get buff or some people got nerfed from this patch. Very cool nonetheless, and again, nothing that's overhauling the game in any way, but breathing some fresh air into the existing combat. So next up we have Call of Trainwiz. This is actually a very funny mod. Basically it adds in a few new shouts. On PC you can only add these in by console, so it's going to be a little bit different on Xbox One. Not meant to be a mod that's supposed to be taken too seriously, but more just of a fun mod. Basically when you use this brand new shout, trains are going to rain down from the sky and damage all the enemies around you. It lasts for quite a while and it's actually pretty powerful. It does have a super long cooldown though, and it's actually pretty expensive to use. So when you actually use this, it's almost kind of practical because they don't do stupid amounts of damage, but they definitely kind of knock back enemies and just make it easier to take on large groups of enemies at the same time. So last but not least, we have Blackreach Railroad. Basically what this adds in is a quest and then a bunch of different travel spots into Skyrim. So first and foremost, you're going to have a quest to reactivate this train, and then once you complete the quest, basically you're going to have this train that you can actually get in and then travel from point A to B to C to a bunch of the different locations in Skyrim right now. It's a very cool mod, and again, another just kind of immersive mod that works really well with the game. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for this one though, guys. I just wanted to show you some of the mods to expect on day 1. We're only a couple of weeks out now. The hype is definitely building, and make sure to stay subscribed if you want to see more Skyrim content, especially with the release of the full game. As always, I thank you guys for watching again, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.